Okay, here's the latest victim in the shack. It's a TenTec Omni A. It's not a Drake, but it'll do. Anyway, it's got some weird stuff, but I want to make a quick video here and show you a few things real quick. First of all, it's pretty clean inside. Looks good. No dead bugs or critters or even spiders or cobwebs or anything. The VFO is a little wobbly. I took some of that dried grease out of there, and we're going to re-lube it. I think it'll be alright. But here's the weird thing. The front panel, this control right here, squelch, on and off, is not connected. Instead, somebody has wired a substitute and tie wrapped it to this partition. I guess it's not something you use all the time, so no big deal. And they probably wanted to preserve the front panel appearance because this control is much bigger than the stock one. It does function, but anyway, what are you going to do? Okay, let me pause this for a second. Stand by. Okay, here's kind of the thing that's not really right with this rig. And I don't know if it's a big deal or not because I don't do much with TenTecs, but we'll give this one a shot. Anyway, there's a problem, I believe, with the ALC circuit. Maybe something to do with SWR sensing or outright ALC action, but I'll show you what I mean. The main controls involved here are, we're going to be in the CW mode. Let me go to a wide CW filter. And the two main controls dealing with the power output are the drive control here and the ALC control here. So if I go into Transmito and I focus in on this little watt meter here, try to get to a point where at least you can see it. Full scale is 200 watts. I'm going to go into, I'm on 40 meters and a dummy load. I'm going to go into transmit. And you see with the transmit drive, well, let me back off here. The ALC and the transmit drive, or the drive controls, are both fully counterclockwise. Now I'll go into transmit, and right now I have no power output, which is exactly the way it should be. Now you advance the ALC and nothing happens, and that's the way it should be. You advance the transmit drive and you start to show some power output. That's about 25 or 30 watts. The ALC light is on. If I advance the ALC control, I get 100 watts out. Okay, I don't think that's quite right. If I go back into transmit and I decrease the transmit gain, the drive level, all the way down to 0, I still got 100 watts out. If I take the ALC level down all the way counterclockwise, I'm still showing 25 watts out. How come it didn't go down to 0? Something's not right there. Anyway, I don't think it's a big issue. But I'm not familiar enough with the TenTec circuitry to say right off the bat what it might be. But my hunch is it's probably something stupid like a diode or two that's not switching properly. Anyway, as far as power output goes, the power amp's working great. 100 plus watts on 80, 40. The way it sits right now, let's see, 160 meters I was getting 80 watts out, 20 meters 75 watts, 15 meters 85 watts, 10 meters 75 watts. So that tells me that there's probably no major issue with the power amplifier itself. maybe an alignment thing, but more than likely, my hunch is there's something going on with this ALC transmit drive stuff that's not quite right. When we get that figured out, I think the power will come up on all bands. But anyway, that's an old Omni A, nice old rig. Not a lot of digital hijinks going on inside here. And thankfully this one came with the manual, so I got to spend some time looking it over and do a little troubleshooting. But the way the ALC light operates with the control and the transmit drive, the three of those indicate something's not right with the transmitter. So that's the scoop. Maybe when we get it fixed we'll put another video up, but that's all for now. Keep on tinkering.